People's Choice back in the building.
We back at it again,
and we're just going to jump into the topic just immediately. You know, we in here trying to watch this Indiana and Atlanta game. Atlanta is down by 3 with 13 seconds left, and they have the ball. And so we're just going to go ahead and talk about the NBA playoffs, man. What y'all feeling about, you know, how y'all feel about what's been going on in this first round so far?
You can start us off, Brian. Let us know what's going on.
The first few games has been really interesting, especially with these so-called contenders, and they playing like they're not contenders.
Mm-hmm.
For example, OKC, they not looking too good. Atlanta isn't. Indiana isn't. Chicago, you know, it's kind of interesting. But for the sake of my entertainment, I hope the teams that are projected to go far in the playoffs do, because I like to see talented players go off. And like teams like Atlanta and Memphis, they're not really exciting teams to watch. So hopefully these contenders can start playing like they want to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's a true statement. I mean, I can get with that. But at the same time, we have been noticing it's been a lot of OT games. It's been a lot of OT. It's been a lot of, like, winning by, 2 points or things like that. A lot of
overtimes in 6 nights.
Yeah, like a lot of overtimes, man. Like, that's just crazy to me. But also, it's just crazy seeing the teams that are supposed to win, or they were projected to win, getting beat by teams that were supposed to get knocked or swept or only win one game. Yeah. So that's actually exciting to me. I want to see.
I agree with that.
Like, I want to see Memphis beat OKC. I want to see Atlanta beat Indiana, because then they'll let us know that these teams are hoax. They're not who we thought they were. These teams, the players that they have, you can have the best player you want to, but if a team just has a better game plan than you, then you're not winning them. Exactly. Because Atlanta has been showing up. You're seeing people that you would never have thought to winning, and that's crazy. You see Jeff T getting off 28 career high points. You seeing Paul Millsap. You seeing people that you never would have thought have started scoring. They winning, and just letting everybody know, like, if these teams don't get it together, they're gonna be out. They're gonna be out, and we're gonna have a different look in the playoffs. And I want to see that, because then I can't call who would win with different teams and different lines. I don't know who to call that winner. So I want to see other teams be in the playoffs and see what they can do. But it just hurts the big teams' morales, because it's like, if they lose, then if Miami makes it through, that's gonna be an easy road to them. Easy road to the finals, hands down, out of the East. Easy road. So.
Yeah, Miami is looking like the only team that's handling their business properly in this first round. But before I start with anything, I feel, first of all, Nene is suspended for Game 4 for that little pushing match he had with Jimmy Butler. And I just want to say the NBA is super weak. That's not a suspension. He shouldn't have been thrown out in the first place. You can call a tech, and that's it. But he was thrown out, and now he got suspended. So now the weak Bulls might end up winning Game 4.
Give us a game.
And the thing is, I picked the Bulls to get to the conference finals before the playoffs. Why? Because I'm dumb. That's why. And I should have known, if the Bulls are not entertaining enough for me to watch during the season, why should I want to watch them in the playoffs?
That's it.
But hopefully Brad Beal goes off, maybe drops 40 on them, because I like seeing the Wizards play. I also agree with you. I want to see Atlanta over Indiana, because I don't like Indiana or any of their players.
Indiana, so they look like some bombs.
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
What, over Atlanta though?
But Atlanta at least got Jeff Teague. I like watching Jeff Teague. He's been playing good ball.
Paul George or Lance Stevenson.
But Paul George is a nobody. Like, what has he been doing?
How, you can't call him a nobody.
I can, because I just did it.
No, you can't.
Really? Listen,
he's
right here.
He's a household
Paul
name.
George, he's not a household name.
Paul George is a household name.
No, he is not.
He hasn't started stardom yet.
Name. If I call my mom right now and ask her if she know who Paul George is, she's not going to
know. He's on the Gatorade commercial, bro.
He has one commercial.
People know who Paul George is.
They don't.
He's on the come up. He's rising.
He's not a household.
He's a rising star.
LeBron James is a household name.
Yeah, that's
a household name. Just because we fans, you might not be able to understand.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but to say, I mean, you got to put their household names.
All right, so, but I'm really, most important thing to me is Damian Lillard, boy, and the Portland Trailblazers doing their job. They almost took Game 3 last night. Houston tried to give it away again, but Portland, they still got to win Game 4, because I never even said the series was over when they went up 2-0. Like, when the Wizards went up 2-0, I said the series is over. But it's not the same with Houston, because Houston actually has a scorer. Yeah. James Harden, they have Chandler Parsons who can do something. So, Portland got to win Game 4, which I think is tomorrow. But I'm so happy that Dame is doing his job.
I mean, to be honest with you, out of that series, like, between Houston and Portland, I don't care which one of them wins. Like, I really don't care. I just want I don't care if I'll be glad if whatever one advances. Because I like both of the teams. Like I think they're both good teams. So, LA has been getting loose. LaMarcus Aldridge has been scoring. He's been making Dwight look like a baby under the hole.
Which is always a great thing.
Yeah, which is always a great thing because we like to pay us real colors and let them see if they soft or not.
Exactly. So. And Atlanta just got robbed. They tried to steal the ball, which it looked like Paul Millsap got it, and they called foul. So it looks like Indiana's going to tie the series up at 2.
Yep.
Which is still too long even for Indiana. They shouldn't be too happy about this.
It should literally be 3-1 Indiana way.
Yeah, it should, but
because they should they should have got away with that first game. Okay, there you go. But they should have won the next 3. Like it should have been hands down. That's what we've been talking about. It looks like Miami is the only team that is taking care of business.
They're the only team. It's looking real easy for them because if they win, as of right now, who would they play? Next round, they will play Brooklyn still.
Yeah.
And then maybe after that, it might be the Wizards?
Yeah.
Wizards looking like conference finals, so.
And man. Brooklyn has swept them in the season, but if I'm Brooklyn, I would let you know that playoffs are a different thing.
Yeah, and I think they know that. They got veterans on their team, so they know playoffs not the same as regular season.
I would like to see that matchup again, though.
I would too. I want to see.
Because then they the one that took him out the first time.
Yeah, I just want to see LeBron have a challenge against him. You know what I'm saying? Like we see in stars like James Harden. Pressure's on him. Let's see how you perform. He's not doing too well. Paul George, pressure's on you. See how you perform.
Right.
I want to see LeBron in that situation. Because last year, Dwayne Wade kept belling him out when he got in that situation.
Yep.
I'm not trying to see. I want him to drop 40 one of these games and just take over.
Chalmers bailed him out, too.
Yeah, Chalmers was doing his thing.
That's true.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly, Bum Chalmers as his first name. That's his government name, actually. It's not Mario or Al.
Top 5. He said he top 5 point guard right there, boy.
And Ray Allen kind of saved him.
Yeah, and Ray Allen came and saved the day for the whole team.
The Jesus Shuttlesworth came out of him. We saved him.
And he saved the day for everybody. So, yeah, I mean, I feel. But if you look at that game 6, I know you remember that.
Yeah.
When we saw a glimpse of what he can do.
When that headband
came off.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this? Like, he has the potential to do anything he wanted to do.
The came out of him.
But I've never seen that dog in LeBron. In that game 6, that headband came off. He proved the point that he could score at will.
That's what I feel like he needs to do. See, Kevin Durant and him and first of all, Russell Westbrook, that's a whole different conversation.
Oh my
Russell
God.
Westbrook jump shot has been broke this whole series.
Broke.
And he's just out here pulling. I want to see Memphis win that series just for fun. I want to see Memphis.
No.
But if you notice, OKC be doing that to
kid.
themselves. OKC loses the game themselves, though. They shoot so many threes and they don't make them.
I don't understand why. I understand why you want to see Saul, but the playoffs is better when it's unexpected teams.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The playoffs are the playoffs are better when you have stars in it.
Okay.
Because you get to see amazing performances.
Memphis got stars.
Who?
Zebo?
He is not a star.
Yes, he is.
Zebo is not a star.
He's
He's just a good player.
No,
he's not a
He's been
star.
an all-star like 2 of the last 3 years.
That's not a star.
Yes, it is.
That is not a
Okay,
star.
is Paul George a star?
Yes,
What's
he's a
the
star.
difference? Paul George's been an all-star the last
Star
2
George's
years.
been in MVP conversations.
When? He was in the MVP conversation 1 month. November. That's the only time he was in MVP conversation.
Last year he was in MVP
No, he was
conversation.
not. No, he was not. Look at you.
But
You
listen,
laughing
but
because you know
listen.
you're lying.
But listen though, Paul George is this is his 5th year maybe, 4th or 5th year.
your point?
Zebo been in the league what, 12 years?
What's your point?
He's only been to 2 All-Star games. How's he a star out of a 12-year career? He's only been there twice. How's he a star?
Well, he's a star if he's been there.
How is Zebo a star?
George
Is he a household name?
Paul George ain't a
No,
household name.
is Zebo a household? So he's not a star then, right?
No, a superstar is a household name, not a star.
But a lot of people don't know who Zebo. Well,
A lot of
if you
people
don't
know
watch
who Paul
basketball,
George is. People don't know who Paul
no,
George is.
Zebo has no commercials.
Dude, Paul George just got a commercial just 2 weeks ago. 1.
Wait, Zebo did have a commercial. He did have commercials too about 2 years ago. He did have commercials.
Doing what?
I'm saying he did have commercials though. You know how they be like to do the little NBA commercials,
Right, you got
whatever.
the NBA commercials when they
Talking about NBA cares.
No, when they do NBA preview commercials, the playoffs.
Zebo is not a star.
Yes, he is. If you
How's he a star? Is he the best player on the team?
Yeah, arguably
Yes.
he is.
Right,
Arguably he is the
arguably
best
he
player.
is.
It's obviously Gasol. Gasol
No,
is better.
It's
than
between him and
Right,
Gasol.
between him and Gasol.
If
Just like it's not-
if Gasol is the second best player on the team and it's a debate, then he's not a
It's
star.
a debate in Indiana.
If Paul George,
yes, it is.
No, there
yes,
is
it
not a debate
because
in
Paul George
Indiana.
been playing in every
If Paul George was in Memphis, That would be his team.
Hands
down.
Just like how Rudy Gay was in Memphis.
Hands down.
How Rudy Gay was in Memphis.
You see how Rudy was
Gay's
a
not
star. Rudy was a star in Memphis.
Dude, Zebo put up better numbers than him and was in the All-Star game. Rudy Gay ain't never made an All-Star game.
But it was always been Rudy's team.
Time out real quick. Time out. You just said to me,
Rudy, first time Rudy was getting the ball.
Time out. That means let me talk and you listen. That's what time out means. You just said to me that Zebo is not a star, right? Because he's only been in 2 All-Star games in 12 years or something like that. And he ain't even been in the league 12 years. Rudy Gay's been in the league, what? About 10 years, and he's not been in the league that long. Okay.
Rudy been in the league maybe like 8. 8
years. And he's never been in
How long
All-Star
Zebo
game.
been in the league?
He's never been in an All-Star game. So if Zebo's not a star because he's only been in there twice, how was Rudy Gay a star? He ain't never been in there. You contradicted your own argument.
First off, look at the small forward position. That's the most one of the most talented positions in the league.
But he could have
out of 8 years, so now we're making excuses for him.
Out of 8 years, he
But look at the big men these days. Like it's easy to get to the playoffs.
They could have moved.
It's easy to get into the playoffs as a big man.
If it's easy, how come DeMarcus Cousins didn't get in the All-Star game this year if it's easy?
Because of his team. His team goes nowhere.
Still good.
But his team sucks. If you have a crappy team, you're not going to be an All-Star.
Kevin Love
made it.
Kevin Love made it.
Perfect example.
Kevin Love made it.
Paul Millsap made it.
Paul Millsap made it. Anthony Davis
team,
made it.
Millsap's team is in the playoffs.
Anthony Davis made it.
Millsap's team is in the playoffs.
it.
What are you talking about?
It seems like you can't fight that.
Wait, you said what? You said what?
Atlanta's in the playoffs.
But they have a horrible record.
But they're
in the playoffs.
But look at the East, though.
They're not a good team.
They weak, though.
They're in the playoffs.
They're not a good team.
Perfect example. Stephen Curry.
Is Atlanta a good team?
No.
Okay, it ain't no perfect example. Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry was snubbed last year. He was snubbed last year. And because of his team.
They were in the playoffs. And you just said that
at the time they were like
they were in the playoffs at the time.
No,
yes, they were.
They had what, the 7th seed?
That's the playoffs.
They got snubbed.
That's the playoffs.
But you act like they was any better season this year.
Look, we're getting off the topic.
No, we're not. You're getting off topic because you're arguing your own
statement. Is not a star.
Now? What seed is Golden State?
6. Right.
So they moved
that ain't no better.
Right,
so you contradicted your own statement.
But Zebo is not a star.
Hey, whatever, man. What?
Zebo is not a star.
Okay.
He's just a really good player.
Okay, well, we getting back into the music immediately right now, and
I rarely hear his name in sports.
It doesn't matter about what you hear because you don't listen.
They don't even talk about Memphis. If he's a star, how come he?
You don't talk. You said
Memphis only got what, 2 primetime spots this year. I've only seen them twice on national.
That means your butt don't watch TV because they definitely have more than 2. We on the music right now.